Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it seems that we're seeing the Sound of Freedom being sabotaged in the movie theaters. I said I was going to be bringing it up, and I did. So, well, I am in this case. So, without further ado, I will show you clips of all the crazy stuff that's happening in the theaters, what the employees are doing on Reddit, even though Reddit is a social justice far-left shithole, but you get the drift. Most of the time that I'm seeing here is that the movie, normally if the far left are attacking it, or attacking any kind of movie at all, that is deemed, aka, I guess, far right, even though the movie is not political whatsoever, I kind of see that the movie is probably a good movie, and there's nothing to really attack except to go see it. So without further ado, here's some of the crazy stuff that's going on here for the movie of The Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom, because apparently the water pressure in the bathrooms aren't working here, so no one can walk.
This horrible smell. It smelled almost like an electrical fire.
I just watched the movie Sound of Freedom that exposes sex traffickers, and do you want to tell them what happened in the movie theater?
Alright, AMC, I don't know what's going on here, but first off, the AC was out, like, when we went to watch the movie, and I'd seen someone else post something too that also saw it at an AMC, and their AC was out, and like as soon as we walked into the theater, it was hot as heck.
I literally brought a sweatshirt and I was like sweating.
And then we realized, like, it took us a while to actually realize it, but they didn't turn the lights off.
They literally had the lights on.
They kept the lights on the entire movie.
Who does that?
Like,
they don't want you to see this movie.
They were trying to make it, like, not enjoyable.
No.
Like, they were trying to make it unenjoyable.
What do they think? We're just gonna be like, oh, the lights are on, we're gonna leave. Like, no. Go watch Sound of Freedom in theaters now.
So, I think there's a bit of question here. Now, there's going to be more information coming out to you guys, but as we can see here, there's a bit more craziness. The ACs are not working, the lights are staying on, people are complaining about, you know, some other crazy stuff that's perpetuating the theaters, and it seems that some of it is true and some of it is not true. I'm not entirely sure. Take a look of a few of these clips here, and I'll go over a little bit more in depth of kind of what's going on and the craziness and the popularity it's been getting.
I've been seeing all over TikTok that people are going to watch the movie The Sound of Freedom, and these weird things are happening, like random emergency evacuations, the air conditioning not working and having to leave the theater. And I thought, no, that's probably just something that's happening in other theaters and other places. So I took me and my daughters to go watch The Sound of Freedom today, and about an hour and 20 minutes into the movie, we get a random emergency evacuation. None of the staff knows what's going on. The mall wasn't being evacuated, just the theater. All they did was refund us our money with no explanation. But I guess you can call me a conspiracy theorist.
Happening.
Give you our free passes to come back and see it again, hopefully without interruption. I unfortunately apologize for the inconvenience, but we're getting it hopefully looked at later in the week. Can I trust you? Sorry, guys.
Really?
This is called intentional. They don't want it to go to the box office gross. Don't take the money.
Part of my job.
So as you can see here, there's definitely some strange and weird stuff going on here, and I don't want to like be a conspiracy theorist or anything, even though that's part of kind of my job, really. But you know, this is just something that raises a lot of eyebrows. Now, of course, we have some other things here that we have to discuss. A few things that that's been told. Okay, so we have this here from David Nino Rodriguez. Like, my experience with The Sound of Freedom at the AMC Theater was horrendous. I have reasons to believe that the theaters are making the viewing experience uncomfortable and underwhelming on purpose. In my own personal experience, the volume of the movie was turned all the way down to nearly inaudible. I had to contact the theater manager to adjust the film twice. Are you having a similar experience? Please comment below. They have anyone wondering why their experience in the AMC theaters for Sound of Freedom movie, Sound of Freedom film has been so terrible? This is why. Take a look at those top 3 names for me. Own most of just about everything you use. Take notes, everyone. So we have here, the shares are Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, and Geo Capital Management. So these are the ones that are holding, you know, the top shares here, which makes a lot of sense considering the fact that BlackRock is hold of it. So BlackRock really doesn't want to have, to expose some of this stuff. So maybe, just maybe, there might be something there. Now, what we have here is that we have from Adam Aron, or I think it's Aron. That says, top studio executive, we have come across this absurd internet post regarding AMC's alleged suspension of Sound of Freedom. Angel Studios fully stands with you, and AMC is in complete solidarity. No other theater chain in the world has shown more support for the Sound of Freedom than AMC. This guy is proud to be the silverback CEO of the AMC theaters. So, this is the CEO saying this. And we have more from, I may believe, this is from Adam, so we have more coming strolling down here. Whoa. Yeah, there's still more coming from here. We have from his, this right here. This is from Jeffrey Harmon. Jeffrey Harmon is is one of the co-founder of Angel Studios, and he says, Adam, I am a co-founder of Angel Studios, and I want to personally thank you for how amazing of a partner you have been. Many of your managers have reached out to me and personally told me they love what is happening and have worked so hard to bring a great experience to Sound of Freedom fans. So, we have that here, and then we have this from the Sound of Freedom movie theater employees. We have people here said Uber activists. A lot of people named in this movie just to say some stupid shit. This sub is for movie theater employees, not for you to come here and defend your queer QAnon movie. If you are an employee, then this place isn't for you. Some literally prayed over one of my co-workers opening day because the movie inspired them to. As I'm not sure, I'm just glad to see these boomer Republicans are too cheap to buy concessions and too rigid to sneak in snacks. All my cleanings have been so chill. Never had what I've ever imagined this movie in Insidious 5 would bring in so many people. Gotta say, without fail, this film has had the most issues with. I can't find my tickets on my phone more than anyone else. Today, this old guy handed me his phone because he didn't know where to search for the confirmation. He had over 10,000 unread emails. His ticket confirmation being one of them. A couple of days before that, this lady also found her for confirmation, but when I swiped her card, it came up with 2 tickets for Little Mermaid that someone also used with her account for a course count. So stuff like that. And then we have more of these people. We have people forming a player circle, which during the end credits, they were holding hands and even asked my usher to join in, but he just walked away, which is obviously fucking a random accusation, don't know. But this should be expected on Twitter. Twitter is a shithole for all far-left activist child grabbers, so obviously, this is what it is. There's also, they repeat QAnon, from the social media things that they have gone through, right? And also, a lot of those employees, by the way, that are part of the movie theaters or what have you, seem to be most likely on the far left, and some of that was even in Mountain View, California, so you can kind of judge on how some of these employees are politically. So we have this from Tim Pool. We brought in 24,000 in super chats in minutes after pledging to match the donations. With your help, I wrote a check to Templars, the peersfund.org for 50,000. Excited to see their continued success in making the world a better place.
Enormous impact.
We have this here to where you're seeing how quickly the chats are going. We'll zoom this in here. The chats are going absolutely ballistic. I don't even think the thing can really check it all, but it's insane. So this movie is getting a lot of support. And I don't know how often it is. Obviously, you're going to have some issues here and there for the actual theater in itself, and whatnot. But it does seem this movie is making headway. As we can see here, it's being known to break at least 100 million, if not over 100 million dollars. So it's doing good in its power here, and this is incredible what Tim Pool is doing. I wish I could do even a quarter of what Tim Pool can muster for this movie, because if the higher ups, if these woke people, these far left people want to really go out and sabotage the Sound of Freedom movie, which is look like what it is, then by all means. Again, these CEOs and the top people here, they say otherwise. Kind of hard to say, but there is some weird stuff going on here, and I think there's a lot of questions that potentially need to be answered, because it's questionable. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.